coming, Angelito. They'll be here in just a minute.
My neck.
His fever's gotten worse. And he's complaining about his neck and his head hurts. I don't even think he knows I'm here.
Please wait outside while we examine him. Angel, listen to me. Do you feel sick on your stomach, too?
Yeah, bad.
Watch his knees. Okay, easy now.
A lot of resistance.
Dear God.
Alicia thought you might need a hand.
Thanks.
All the signs. All the signs. Let's turn him.
We'll do a tap?
Right away. Everything fits, doesn't it? It's meningitis.
I've never seen my brother like that. He's so sick. He's so little and so sick. His fever must be 103, maybe more. He's always been so healthy. All of us, I mean, my whole family, we're strong people, you know. When my parents were alive...
Shh, shh. Everything's gonna be okay. Everybody is doing the best that they can.
It was just a bump in the head. I mean, we had him here in 5 minutes. And ever since he's been here, he's only gotten worse.
Hi. How is he?
Bobby, I'm glad you're here. Alicia is very worried.
Yeah, I just stopped by Ryan's. I couldn't believe it. Maeve said he had to have an operation.
They said that it was going to help him. So I gave my permission.
Well, he was so much better last night. What could have happened?
So many things happened. His right hand and his right arm started getting weaker. And his headache got worse. And then the fever went up. Dr. Ryan thought, well, that there was bleeding in the brain. And he thought they were going to have to relieve the pressure.
All because
So they put these holes in his head.
Because I threw that damn ball.
No. There was no bleeding in the brain. There was no fluid. I mean, Angel is sick, but not because you hit him in the head with a baseball.
What about the operation? Now, that didn't do any good.
It made him worse. Now his neck is stiff and his fever's getting higher.
What does Pat say?
He says it's more complicated than they thought it was. I don't understand. But I think my brother's gonna die.
I'll tell you this much, Frank. If I were married to Jack Finelli, and he turned up at our child's christening with a date, I'd have ordered both of them out on the spot. Out of the party, out of my life. And then I'd have gone off somewhere and slit my wrists.
No, you wouldn't have. You'd have considered the wrists. Then you'd have gone into the kitchen and baked 4 million loaves of bread.
True. And then I'd slit my wrists.
No.
But the fact is, it couldn't happen to me because I'd never dare marry a man like Jack. I just don't have that kind of nerve.
Well, you just don't like that kind of risk. And not many people do.
And then there's Mary.
Yeah. Didn't she handle him, though?
Oh.
Lord, I was proud of her. She just handed the baby over to you and brought drinks over to Jack and his, lady.
Sitting down with him and talking without bursting into tears.
Yeah, Kevin says that she let the woman know just exactly how she was being used And she let Jack know what he could do with his little game, all the while looking both of them straight in the eyeball.
It isn't much satisfaction, but it's something.
Yeah.
And I'm glad Mary has it. Thank heavens you managed to get Don to the kitchen.
Tom and I had to do some awful fast talking. Yeah, he was really ready to kill.
How could he humiliate her like that in front of everyone?
Well, according to Jumbo, he wanted to hurt her so bad that she'd have no choice but to let him go.
What kind of ridiculous, stupid excuse is that?
Jack's kind.
He's crazy. And vicious.
Well, neurotic for sure. But he always wasn't that kind of vicious person. I mean, I've heard him furious at Mary, yelling and screaming at her, jealous like you wouldn't believe. But not mean. Cold and hard and smiling the way he was tonight. I mean, deliberately mean. Well, that's a Jack Finelli that I don't know. And frankly, I don't think he's real.
What's that mean?
I'm not any less disgusted with his behavior. But I kind of see Jumbo's point of view. See, Jack went there to play the heavy, but he's a lousy heavy. I mean, it was awkward and contrived, overdone, and pretty desperate. I mean, when you look at it that way.
Oh, right. So I don't much like the idea that my sister is married to a man who enjoys inflicting pain.
Yeah.
I'd much rather believe that he hurt her out of his own private desperation. That's a much nicer thought.
Right.
But it doesn't make me feel sorry for him, and it doesn't make me understand Frank. Why is he so desperate? Because he has a wonderful wife and a beautiful, healthy child?
Look, Cass, if you really want to get into the guy's craziness, I think you have to go back to the time when he was a kid.
The orphanage at the age of 2, I know that. But good grief, wouldn't that make him cherish a family of his own?
Yeah, I'd think so.
He ought to be obsessed with having a home and kids.
Instead of being obsessed with the notion that he's going to lose them.
But he's forcing exactly that to happen.
Begging for it. It's more like it.
So Mary's doomed to this.
Oh.
The more giving and loving she is with this man, the more he'll run away from her.
It begins to look that way. Unless he can change.
Well, maybe she has to give up on him. Maybe that's the only answer.
Honey, I'm getting scared. I wanted you to have the very best daddy around. But I'm afraid I made a mistake. I mean, a bad mistake. And if I have to fix it the way your father's asking me to, then it's just you and me, love. You and me on our own. But don't worry. You'll be safe and happy no matter what. I certainly love you enough for 2 parents. Oh. And now you've got godparents, too. Plus all the family and friends who came to the christening. Every one of them loves you. The only thing is, I know how good it feels growing up with your father around. That's something I'd hate for you to miss.
Get everything ready for a spinal tap and make sure it's absolutely sterile. I also want you in a gown and a mask. Bring a couple along for Dr. Coleridge.
All right, Dr. Ryan.
Hey, didn't you just warn us meningitis is highly contagious?
Yeah, but,
But not for you, huh?
Faith, it's my fault that he's this bad. I want to do everything I can.
Short of ending up in the next bed? Pat, you've given Angel a lot of hours. You've cared. You've worked hard for him.
And I missed the diagnosis.
Only because it
Because I didn't take the time to get a full history. I didn't take the time to ask Alicia questions and find out about the earache a couple of weeks ago and the dizzy spells. All I saw was a kid who'd been hit on the head.
Pat, it could have been a subdural. All the symptoms were there.
There were other symptoms there that changed the whole picture, and I passed right over them. Bucky told me to check his field of vision. You were there. You heard him.
Yes, and I forgot, too. We got in here, and Angel started a convulsion, and that's what we dealt with.
And when it was over, I should have checked his visual field. You know that. Don't try to excuse me.
You're right. I can't excuse either one of us.
Faith, you can't share this blame. He's my patient. I've been in charge of this case every step of the way. I'm the one who ordered a surgical procedure that was totally unnecessary. Here's a 12-year-old kid with no cerebral problem, and I have 2 holes drilled in his head. Meanwhile, he's got raging meningitis, and I let it go untreated, which means it could very well kill him now.
He's alive now, and we're going to keep him alive.
Yeah, well, I hope so. But if he dies, it's going to be because of me.
Hey, didn't you just say you were going to stop jumping to conclusions about this boy?
All right, one step at a time.
Dr. Coleridge, I'll get him ready.
Fine, thank you.
I know that nurse. Why doesn't she tell me anything?
Because nurses never say anything to the patient's relatives, right?
Right. She was just in a hurry, Alicia. I mean, you know how it is with a doctor telling you to do this, do that.
Yeah, I know. And it usually means that the patient is in trouble.
No, it doesn't. I mean, they were bringing some new equipment in there, so Angel would be better.
Masks and gowns. That means there's infection.
Alicia, they know you're here. Now, they'll come out and get us when they're ready.
I think I'm going to go in.
No, Alicia, I don't...
Oh, Bobby, maybe she should go in there. I mean, it's not like she's barging in and she does work here. And maybe instead of being worried, she should find out that everything's going to be okay. I mean, maybe Patty is ready to go home.
I'm just going to go in and knock.
Dr. Ryan's going to give him a spinal tap. He'll talk to you when he's finished, all right?
Thank you.
Not a spinal tap. That's just a test, right?
Yes. But when there's a fever, it could be very dangerous.
No, it doesn't have to be, Alicia. It doesn't have to be. Now, come on, Teddy. It's all right. It's all right.
Maybe you're just imagining things. See, that's very easy to fall into. I did that with little John, right? So we'll wait and we'll find out what Patty says. You have to trust him. He's a very good doctor.
I know. He is a good doctor. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know that you would rather have him at home than here in the hospital. And I'm grateful that you just...
No, stop that. I want him to spend some time right here. Okay, this is a very sad situation. And I feel awful because it was Patty who made the mistake. Now, you gotta just trust me. Everything's gonna be fine. You just have to believe me.
Mistake? What mistake?
Oh, I thought you might have fallen asleep. No, but your goddaughter has.
Sit down.
I won't hear another peep out of her until 2 a.m.
How are you about getting up in the middle of the night?
Awful.
Have you tried nursing her just before you go to bed?
But I'd have to wake her up.
I bet you go back to sleep.
A nice meal and a dry diaper, and she'll probably sleep through till 6 or so. Oh, what a good idea.
I won't guarantee anything, but it's worth a try.
I'll do it tonight. How'd you get so smart?
I'm 2 kids ahead of you.
Oh, he thinks it's funny what I don't know about babies, huh?
No. What I was thinking was that it's really nice to have Cass home.
It is.
I wish Pittsburgh wasn't so far away. I miss you guys.
You and Art have such a good life there.
Well, yes, we do.
I've wondered sometimes if that's what Jack and I should have done. Moved to another city right after we got married, found our own direction.
Well, Arthur does feel that some distance helps, even though he's very fond of the family.
We have surrounded Jack to a certain extent, I think.
It's not the family. Or the city. It's me, partly. But mostly, it's Jack.
Frank was telling me about his years in the orphanage and all.
But that doesn't quite get him off the hook, does it?
No. Not this time.
You know, I wasn't trying to explain away his behavior. I mean, that is impossible. He's hurt you. Terribly. And he's hurt all of us, and he made an effective mess out of what should have been a beautiful party for Ryan. But for whatever it's worth, Mayor, I don't think that there's anything between him and... Christine. He's using her and hoping that your reaction will be to give him a divorce so he'll be free to go off and crawl under a rock someplace.
I know. Isn't it pathetic?
Mayor, do you have any idea where you want to take it from here?
You know what today is? Our first wedding anniversary.
Oh, Mary.
I wanted to forget that. I managed not to think about it until tonight. When he asked me to marry him, he said he'd try to change if I'd give him time. But this is not a person who likes to wait for things to happen. She likes to make them happen. I crowded him. I pushed.
Mayor, look, maybe you were impatient, but it was the pregnancy, the baby, that set Jack off, and you didn't certainly plan that.
And the way you dealt with his whole emotional reaction, all those months, took more patience than I could ever dream of.
I wasn't patient. I was mad and scared, and I still am, Cass. Only now I'm furious. I'm so angry I don't care if I never see him or speak to him again. If he's that determined to be crazy and alone, maybe I've just got to accept it. I've got Ryan. We can manage fine.
You've got all of us, honey.
And don't you forget it.
Boy, I picked good godparents for my kid.
Spinal fluid is cloudy. That's bacterial meningitis. But I want all the tests, and I want a culture.
Sure. I'll drop the test by the lab right away.
The temperature's up 0.5 degree.
Get that ampicillin started then and put him on an ice blanket. And don't go near him without a gown and mask.
Yes, Dr. Ryan, I'll be careful.
Oh, take the blood sample when you go. I want a blood sugar. Oh, and tell him to rush.
Yeah, I will. You've told me that twice already.
I have no business treating anybody that's shaped like that.
Want to go down to residency and grab some sleep for half an hour? I'll call you.
No. Maybe later. Thanks. Nieves?
Patty, how is he?
Holding on. Listen, I think maybe we should talk privately.
Holding on. I don't understand.
Angel is very sick, and it's serious. But we know now the treatment that he needs.
Is my brother going to die? Please tell me that first, Doctor.
We're doing everything in our power to help him live and to make him get better.
That means you don't know.
We're not 100% sure, no. At this point, we can't be. But within 24 hours after the drug has had a chance to
What drug?
Ampicillin.
And the diagnosis, it was not the brain?
The brain was involved, but not in the way I first thought. Our tentative diagnosis now is bacterial meningitis. We've taken a sample of cerebrospinal fluid, and we've sent it down to the lab for a whole battery of tests. I'm quite sure that they'll confirm our diagnosis.
My neighbor's baby died of meningitis.
Alicia, there are many varieties of meningitis. They almost always hit infants the hardest. Angel's a strong boy.
Yes, he's strong. But not when you just operated on his head.
I think I should tell you that my diagnosis wasn't right.
Is that going to hurt my brother now?
I'm not sure. Give us 24 hours and we should know a little more.
To make him better or to make him worse, doctor?
Alicia, try to listen to me. I'm not saying give us time to avoid telling you the truth. Time is what matters most. Every minute is crucial. And within a matter of hours, we should know if the drug is having an effect.
Every minute? Every second is crucial when you're treating bacterial meningitis?
Yes. We're gonna work all night to try and bring his fever down.
Well, what about all those hours, doctor? When you made all those mistakes? Is my brother gonna pay for that now, doctor? Because of you and your operation? Is my brother gonna die? You answer me, doctor!
Some players are caught up in the fame more than the game, but others just refuse to be played. Either way, this glamorous and gritty game is on. Engage in unsportsmanlike conduct with MVP. He shoots, she scores. Thursday night at 11, only on SoapNet.